71, the final score for Preble. Tara Hamilton. She rode injured at the Nationals. A world championship could be just 2 passes away.
I did gymnastics for 8 years, and then I learned how to water ski actually when I was 2. But I hated it, and I just did it for my dad because my dad used to be a 3-eventer, and he used to compete and everything. So then I just totally quit skiing at like 11, and then at 14 again, that's when I began wakeboarding. I just like the freedom of it, because you can go out there and do whatever you want. I grew up in the neighborhood with all the boys, and so I played all the sports with them and everything, and then they started wakeboarding, and they're like, come on, you gotta try it, it's so much fun. So they dragged me out there one day, and I tried it, and I didn't like it the first day just because I kept falling and falling and falling. Like, I just rode with them for the week, and I started to like it more and more each time, and then I met Darren Shapiro at a local surf shop, and he asked me to come out and ride with him one day. So I went out there and rode with him, and he taught me how to do a flip and like all this stuff, and I just thought it was great. And then I started training with him every day, and within my first year I started competing and everything.
She just looked really good standing on the board. She just looked like she knew how to, knew how to cut, knew how to stand on the board, knew how to jump. It just seemed like it all fit together. Seemed really natural for her. You see a lot of girls ride, but only a few, remind you of maybe a little bit more how a guy rides, a little bit tougher, because take some hard falls and stuff like that. But Tara didn't mind.
They say that I ski with a lot of power behind me, and I think that is true because I do go bigger than a lot of the other girls, and I ride really clean. And I think that I just got like the strength and everything, and I've had it ever since I was young and in gymnastics, and I think it's just stayed with me, and I think that's one thing that I do have. I just listened to Darren because he's like, oh, you're good enough, you gotta compete. I went to my first competition, and I ended up getting second at my first competition, and he's like, see, I told you, you could do it, you could do it. And he's like, you just gotta keep your head into it and concentrate, and as long as you don't fall in your runs, you'll do good. And I love competitions. It's so much fun because we're there with all of our friends at Wakeboard, and then all the girls get along, and then once we get into the competition, like right before we're getting ready to ride, we all just sit there and talk on the dock, and then there is a little competition there, there has to be just because it is competition. And I think it's really good when there's a lot of girls and we're all so close and we all push each other, and I think that's good. It is kind of like a job because you have a bunch of responsibilities with all your sponsors and everything, and you do actually have to work because you have to keep your sponsors happy so you keep getting money and be able to go to all the tournaments and everything. So it's made me have a lot more responsibility and everything. As long as I keep enjoying it, I want to keep doing it, because once I'm not enjoying it as much, I don't want to do it anymore, because then it'll just ruin the competition and everything, because when I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do good. It's really weird, like some kid comes up to me, he's like, oh, you don't understand, I idolize you, I wish I could do as much as you can do and be as young as you and whatever, and that's like when I really started thinking about it. I was like, I can't believe that I've done this in 2 years and I am only 16, and I'm just thankful that I can do it, and then I just want to keep being a good, good person, and so people will keep looking up to me in a good way.
In the same year,